What is up, guys? It's Scott with Never Hedge, back for another Emax update, and we are looking like it's down quite a bit from our high yesterday. We touched looks like 0.6043 almost yesterday. I remember checking during the Mayweather fight, thinking, oh boy, we're back, baby. We'll just ride this into the 5s and 6s and then be eating zeros in no time. But we did have some big sell-offs. There was just one recently for, I think, like 300 and something billion, and then another one for another right around 200 billion. So we're down a little bit today. We do have quite a bit to get to today, so we're just going to go right into their Twitter. They did put out a ton of stuff last night and into this morning. Let's start with the oldest stuff first. They do have some in-person experiences coming soon, and I might have to go to the New York City one, depending on how cool it looks. That seems close enough that I could get away with doing that. And so this one is pretty important. The Stop the Greed movement. And so they're talking basically, I read this earlier, they're talking basically about they're sick of whales selling off their large wallets, and the Emax community has been hurt. These whales have hurt the token price, discouraged the community, and have been the single beneficiaries of the spike in the Emax price. So basically what they are trying to do is, so let's skip down to here. Moving forward, when there's knowledge of a large strategic holder in Emax, a lock will be required on their holdings for a mutually agreed upon period of time. When the lock period is up, the holders will be limited to how much can be sold at a time. And they're putting the community over the whales. And they did post their wallet addresses. So they got their growth wallet here, their developer wallets here, and the community wallet here. Okay. And that's pretty good of them. They are going to do like a face reveal tonight, which will be pretty interesting for us. I'll try and record that for you guys as well. And this one is very important here. They've got new upgraded tokenomics, and so they're increasing the redistribution by 50% from 2 to 3%, and they've got 3% to the liquidity pool. And this one is the most important, is the 3% token burn. This one, so we're basically getting an increase in value of essentially 6% for each sell order. So we're getting 3% redistribution and 3% fewer tokens for every transaction. So that is good stuff coming forward. And the most important thing I wanted to get to, not the new listings, although that is very nice for them. So this post on Reddit from Mr. J, looks like his handle is not Josh James. So he goes by J, and let's get right into that now. This is going to be a little long here. Hopefully I can read this all without screwing up too much for you guys. But we're going to take a crack at it right now. So hi, I'm Jay, and I've recently joined the Emax leadership to help guide their team. I share the same concerns as many of you, and I want to take some time to break down these concerns into objectives and resolutions. More importantly, I want to help demystify a lot of the language around decentralized finance, DeFi as you may know. If you hold crypto, if you have interest in crypto, or even if you've been burned, I strongly encourage you to take some time and read this post entirely, or go to the numbered list if you want to skip the story. The natural challenge of decentralization is a clear authority structure, and in particular whether announcements come from an official source. Example, I've told no one I'm posting this message, and nothing at the time of this posting designates me as an official team member. I brought up several examples of the severe issues that emerge without a clear announcement process, and yet, a few hours ago, this took a while to write, I saw a post on Instagram detailing their new tokenomics. Let me be utterly transparent. This is not ready yet. So the new tokenomics was the 3x3x3 that we just got to. And over the last 48 hours, I met dozens of brilliant, genuine, and unique people through this project, and every single one of them gave me their undivided attention as I pieced together what's going on. They asked detailed, insightful questions, and I'd like to think I gave detailed, insightful answers. It's clear there have been multiple missteps caused exclusively by a lack of process to communicate, both internally and publicly. This is my attempt at reconciliation. I've been in crypto for nearly a decade, and I've spent almost as many years without social media. Reddit users may remember the Barnacle story, which definitely, totally wasn't me. I've learned a lot about the flow of information online and offline, and how rapidly narratives can form around virtually anything. We are social creatures, and our languages evolve in ways we don't notice. Words have multiple meanings, and we can interpret them contextually. The internet instantly multiplies the number of possible interpretations and simultaneously displays us algorithmically defined information that matches what we already consume. The disparity increases. Currency is a language too. Many of us made up of people like us and how we choose to use it. Cryptocurrency is the pinnacle of everything magnificent and everything awful about language, and we can use it to love and build or hate and destroy, to spread lies or to spread truth, and sometimes it's often both. Whew, this is long. Blockchains offer us the possibility of immutable truth, absolute transparency, a perfect language free from interpretation, but how we use them is beholden to the same translations that have always divided us. If you don't understand fundamentally the languages of cryptocurrency, mostly Solidity and finance, you will always be subject to someone else's interpretation. Fortunately, there are millions of people who have invested their time and energy to write in ways that are beautiful, truthful, and useful, and I've taught myself everything off of the internet, which is comprised entirely of these people and their contributions. In the spirit of those before me, I'll try to and quickly demystify some of the most common misconceptions surrounding crypto, and in particular Emax. CoinMarketCap has a really good, simple-ish set of articles for further reading. Price doesn't really exist. Price pairs do. Price pairs are the value of one asset compared to another. If I have 100 bananas and you have 100 strawberries and I trade you one banana for 2 strawberries, well, one banana is worth 2 strawberries to you. If one strawberry is worth 1 ETH to you and one banana is worth 2 ETH to you, now replace you with 10,000 people and give them an app, and that's an exchange. Initial circulation isn't really meaningful because you can make it any number. I can launch a banana token tomorrow with only 5 banana, or a strawberry token with 5 quadrillion strawberry. If I trade 1 banana for 2 trillion strawberry and 2 trillion, or looks like quadrillion strawberry is worth 2 ETH. Is that right? 1,000 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. Yeah. So 2 quadrillion strawberry is worth 2 ETH. Interesting. All right, locking does matter. Locking means I send some tokens to a smart contract that I don't control, and that smart contract will return my tokens after some time, like a month. If I launch a token, sell 50%, and lock the other 50% for a month, I have 0% now, and in a month I'll have 50%. If I do this incorrectly, there's a significant breaking change to the network, I might lose 50% because it might not come back properly. The burn does matter. Burning is the same as locking, except the tokens never come back. If I burn 1 quadrillion strawberries and there's only 2 quadrillion strawberries total, half of all the strawberries don't exist. If the price pair was 2 quadrillion strawberries for 1 quadrillion banana and half of the strawberries are gone, that usually means now it's 1 quadrillion strawberries for 1 quadrillion bananas. Liquidity matters most. Liquidity is also a pair because if everyone has strawberries and doesn't want bananas, and I only have bananas, I have no liquidity. But I can trade my bananas for Ethereum, and people with strawberries want Ethereum. Now I do. This is why swap tokens like Uni and Pancake have grown so rapidly. Liquidity is basically the real market cap. Even outside of crypto, that's how you hear about certain countries having $100 trillion bills, because no one will accept it for anything and the number is meaningless. There's some fucking absurd irony when you realize that because this currency is so bizarre, it's bought as a collector's item, making it worth a real USD again. A fair launch, which isn't really provable. The simple version is there's a couple different things you can do to balance other things out, and because those things are public knowledge and verifiable, everyone has a much longer opportunity to buy. And if you made it this far, if you made it here, I think you get it now. Talking about price doesn't really exist. All right. So here's the deal on Emax. The team and the devs wanted to do a fair launch, and they didn't know that there's a bunch of bots that search for every new listing on Uniswap. The bots can buy an outrageous amount for a tiny price because if there's a window of time between how much Ethereum is in the liquidity pool after listing, like for example, if a dozen founders each pitched in at different times to buy, I don't know exactly how much they lost to bots, but I have a strong guess it's more than half. I do know we're about to lock 100% of what we have as a team for 3 months, minus 25% of that for operational and marketing expenses. I know this because I spent about 20 straight hours discussing all of this and more, and also because I'll be the one doing it, and because it's a blockchain, we'll be able to show that. The 3x3x3 announced on Instagram is designed to address all the major factors in price and growth. 3% adds liquidity, 3% is burned, meaning it's deflationary, meaning the remaining amount hodled goes up relative in value, and 3% is returned to us all because we're awesome. Oh, and we got to figure out Uniswap v3. We couldn't do it all in this time for the events this weekend because it's pretty hard to change this stuff once you don't have majority ownership of the token, and even harder when you're a huge and passionate team without much experience developing, let alone developing a cryptocurrency. But we can do it pretty quickly. P.S. If anyone made it this, others probably didn't. Maybe you can help summarize. So this is probably the best comment that I'll read, and then we'll end it after this. So this is from Unusual Mechanic 140. Hey Jay, appreciate you chiming in and clarifying a few things which some of us understand but will benefit the majority. The major issue I see right now is the trust deficit. People are afraid of this being another rug pull, and rightly so, due to all the miscommunication on the team is issuing and the wild price fluctuations. Also, as a team, you guys will need to be more transparent and reveal who you guys really are. We know who's behind the top 10 cryptos, save except Bitcoin and a few others. If you guys are really into this for the long run, please come to the fore. Tell us who you guys are. Who are the founders? I think as investors, we need to know this, which will give us confidence to hold for the long term. Also, placing liquidity lock for 3 months does not look too comforting when you say it's hodl for the long term, right? Gio said they will have a video call with the community to share the vision, and we're looking forward to this. As a token holder, I need to be assured with whom I am placing my money with. This is important because Emax is not decentralized, and the adoption totally depends on how you guys handle the entire project. I hope I will not be booted out from here, like how I was booted out for highlighting the dump from the top wallet. You will make mistakes in the journey, and we will support you, but please be transparent with us. The community is watching for your response. All right. So I do know that they're doing a video call tonight. As for when that will be exactly, I'm not 100% sure. But please be sure to be subscribed to the channel for more updates on Emax as well as other stocks and tokens that we like. And thank you so much for watching this far. I know this was probably a long one. But thanks again for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next video.